I think we can all agree that stretching and mobility work are getting progressively more attention in fitness circles. I think that's a great tendency. After all, getting more flexible has lots of different benefits, and it's truly not the waste of our time. The bodyweight training enthusiasts are definitely a group that can benefit from increased range of motion. Because of that, I decided to prepare the list of, in my eyes, most relevant and most important stretches for calisthenics athletes. The drills I'm about to show you have a direct carryover to bodyweight training performance. The extra flexibility gained through them will make our skills easier, safer, or simply better looking. So if you have a limited time and you want to make your dedicated stretching sessions as efficient as you possibly can, these are the things to work on. Today we're gonna focus on lower body, and so out of many I specifically have chosen 3, in my eyes, mandatory stretches. Soon there's gonna be a follow-up part 2 in which I'm gonna cover the upper body, but for now, enjoy. I feel like I have to start the list with the pancake stretch. Now, this drill has lots of application to the handstand press exercise, especially if we talk about the straight arm version. The good pancake flexibility will make the straddle press to handstand so much easier, as you won't have to lean so much forward in order to get your center of mass above the palms. In simple words, the more pancake flexibility you have, the less strength and effort the move is gonna require, and vice versa. Thanks to the stretch, with some time you can also avoid bending legs and planching, which are the main killers of beautiful form if that's your objective. Pancake flexibility becomes absolutely mandatory if we go a step further and talk about the shoulder press. At that point, without this particular range of motion, there's absolutely no chance of clearing the ground and completing the press, especially on the floor. The next on my list is the side split. Now, due to thigh flexion movement, in the previous stretch there is a significant emphasis on hamstrings. And while we can argue that the final form of the pancake stretch and side split are basically the same thing,
so like the highest level, your middle split and your pancake is the same, because when you rotate the hips it doesn't matter because they're already.
Let's assume that we are not at that stage yet, well, at least I'm not. And so for us, the side split is gonna be the drill where we can focus on the abduction of the thigh. Increasing this range of motion is in some way sort of a hack. Let me explain. You see, the more you can spread your legs, the easier all straddle lever based skills become. This applies to front, back levers, planches, 90-degree push-ups, and even flags. And it essentially happens by making your body shorter and moving the center of mass towards your head. Not gonna go in depth on that today. If you want to listen about the leverages in calisthenics, especially in things like planches and levers, I made a video on that around 1.5 months ago. I'm gonna link it in the cards, so if you're interested, go watch it. Of course, it's not that much of the benefit if the full lever is your objective and you basically treat the straddle version as only the progression along the way. It's also worth mentioning that wider leg spread can make balancing in handstand easier, especially when going for one-arm handstand. The last crucial lower body stretch on my list is the Pike stretch, which, just like the side split, is not my strongest point. The reason I've chosen it is because this particular mobility is used in skills like L-sit, V-sit and mana, which are chased by many calisthenics athletes. The Pike flexibility is also one of the components of gymnastics compression ability. Apart from the already mentioned skills, the ability to compress can also open our way to things like full hanging leg raises or pike press to handstand, which is more demanding than the straddle version, so here the mobility component gets even more important. This, just like the previous ones and just like any other stretch, should be treated like the gate for certain skills. While it may be helpful and sometimes even essential, it won't get you there alone. In most cases, you're still gonna have to put lots of time and effort into technique practice and strength building, so just keep that in mind. These were, in my opinion, the most applicable and relevant lower body mobility drills for calisthenics athletes. Like I said in the beginning, soon the part 2 is gonna be released, in which I'm gonna cover the upper body, but for now please do me one favor. In the comments write down your 3 most important lower body stretches that you would choose for a person with limited time. There are surely many different drills that I didn't cover, so be sure to give me your list. This was Frinks Movement TV, talk to you next time.